Hey everyone, today we're checking out these black Aero wheel covers that very closely resemble the Gemini Aero wheel covers that come with the Tesla Model Y. I'll cover the unboxing, installation, general thoughts, as well as do some rigor testing with a car wash once again, as well as some efficiency testing just like last time. While I like the look of the T-Parts covers that I reviewed last time, I was disappointed in the hit to efficiency, so I got these covers to test if they'd be any better. These wheel covers are available on Amazon, link in the description down below, but they come in either a 4-pack or you can buy an individual wheel cap separately. This means that if you have scuffs, damage, whatever, you can buy one at a time and they're about $50 each. Downside of this though is that each cap cover comes in its own individual box and it's just a lot of packaging. Another unique thing about these wheel caps is the center cap is replaceable in a way. This is a good thing and a bad thing because you can customize the look how you want, but it doesn't come with any default. So you do have to order some separately and it's $15. What I think would have worked well is if you bought a 4-pack of the wheel covers, you also got a bundled color of your choice for the wheel cap centers. These cap covers attach adhesively and you just stick them in the middle and then pull off the glossy protective film. Although it's actually just easier to remove the film first before you apply them, because it's just easier to pick at the film that way. One additional thing here, if you're thinking about swapping between different center covers like I originally got these plain matte ones in the center, and then I wanted to put on these matte Tesla logo ones. The surface area of the adhesive for these centers is just really strong, so even with a pry tool and a guitar pick, I couldn't get them out, so I ended up just putting the Tesla logo ones over top the ones that I had installed before. Overall, I think these look pretty good. I think they look clearly better than the included Gemini wheel caps with their silver color. As with all of these Aero wheel covers, all you have to do is remove whichever cover you have on previously, and then you line up the air nozzle, and then you press in along all sides, making sure that each of the back clips actually clips into the wheel and stays in place. You of course have to do this for every wheel, and here I started to notice some things about these wheel caps that were different than both the Aero wheels that come with the Tesla Model Y, as well as the T-Parts ones that I looked at last time. The plastic is a little bit thinner, and I feel like the injection molding was a little less clean. By that, I mean that these black Gemini lookalikes have a lot more sharp edges around the edges of the wheel covers overall, and when you're taking them in and putting them out, you can actually kind of feel how sharp they are, especially when taking them out. There's also the fact that the plastic feels a little bit thinner, so I was a little bit more worried about the durability when, yanking these out of the socket, as you'll see during my efficiency testing later on. Aside from materials quality that I think could be improved, they do look very good on the Tesla Model Y. They don't look quite as cool as the induction styled T-Parts covers that I looked at last time, but they share the same aerodynamic shape as the Geminis and are not nearly as distracting with this more just even matte black color. I like how they don't leave any silver exposed rim around the wheel. However, unlike these T-Parts covers that I'm showing right now, the T-Parts covers have foam protecting that rim. Because these black lookalike covers don't have any foam around the rim, you might be more prone to getting black scuffs on the rim of your Tesla. These should buff out because it's just plastic, but be aware. And because there was something notable, particularly the tire shine with the previous car wash on the other matte black Aero caps, I'm bringing this through the car wash once again. Many tears for my paint. Once again, I did find that tire shine will get stuck unevenly on these wheel covers, so you'll just have to buff them out with some microfiber cloths. Up next, going into the efficiency testing as well as the process of removing these as I alluded to earlier. These are pretty difficult to remove. I wanted to start with testing the Gemini included wheel cover caps from Tesla, and I realized that the sharp edges, thin plastic, and really tight clip design made it really hard for me to remove these without thinking that I was going to damage the wheel or my hands. I did end up switching to some work gloves, which made it a little bit easier, but even then I was still a little bit concerned about damaging the outside, main flat face, just due to it being thinner plastic and having to really pull at these to get them out. I'm sure it'll get easier over time, but one thing that I did have to do is stick my fingers through the holes and then pinch the clip on the inside and then pull out at the same time. This helped for those really just stubborn clips that I couldn't get out. And I don't know if it was a heat thing or an inconsistency thing, but one of the wheel cap covers was just much easier to take out than the rest. While I had both covers out, I weighed them both and found that these matte black wheel covers weighed in at about 803 grams. The Tesla wheel caps were a little bit lighter at 790 grams. So I have the default Tesla Aero caps on right now, and we're going to be using the same testing methodology as last time. So that means I'm driving on chill mode with the air conditioning set in manual. I have a 20-mile loop that I'll be driving. I'm driving in the middle of the day as to reduce traffic. I will be only testing highway efficiency at 73 miles per hour on that loop. So last time with these Aero caps, it took somewhere between 5.5 to 6.5 kilowatts in terms of energy usage for this trip. With the default Tesla wheel caps, it took less. And with the, at that time I was testing the T-Parts wheel caps, it required more energy, and then also without any wheel cap at all, also required more energy. So what we're really looking for today is the relative difference in efficiency of the black caps to the Gemini caps. So it's not going to be like an exact one-to-one comparison to my old video, but what we can see is if these are on the same day, doing the same testing, relatively the same efficiency. So with today's data, what we can find out is if the black caps are relatively similar to the Aero caps by Tesla, we could then use that as a baseline to understand if these are relatively more efficient than no caps at all, or also the T-Parts caps based on my last video's testing. The numbers themselves though, I wouldn't compare across days because today is actually a hotter day than I tested on before. It's 109 degrees Fahrenheit out. So we're really looking at relative efficiency over the numbers themselves. But I do think it'll be really interesting to see if these wheel caps that weigh just a little bit more and look essentially the same, but cover the outer part of the rim, has any noticeable change in efficiency over the default Tesla ones. So I just got to speed, 73 miles per hour, set it to autopilot, which I will be doing for as much as I can unless I have to pass a vehicle, and then also reset the trip. So once I hit 73 miles per hour, I reset the trip and we are on our way. The last time the trip took 21 miles and we'll see how it looks this time. This part of the drive is uphill, so it takes significantly more energy to go in this direction than it does to come back. When I got back, I looked at the numbers and I also swapped out the Aero wheel caps for these new matte black ones. Uninstalling the Tesla default Aero caps is notably easier than uninstalling these matte black ones. So I'm right about to head out for round 2. Based on my initial look at the numbers, I believe it was less efficient this time. Makes sense, it's 108 degrees out. It was about 15 degrees cooler last time I tried this test. So let's see how these black covers do. When I got back and looked at the numbers, I was pretty surprised. The black covers were significantly more aerodynamic and used less energy than the default Tesla wheel covers. I was especially surprised because I did think they were going to be similar given that their overall shape is extremely similar, but the second drive that I did with these black covers, it was actually 111 degrees out, so it was around 3 degrees hotter than it was when testing the default Tesla Aero wheel covers. Because of the great efficiency with these covers, and because I like the look of them a lot better than the silver look of the default ones from Tesla, I think these are going to be my daily drivers. While I did like how the T-Parts induction style wheel covers looked, they did have a significant hit to efficiency, so I would just prefer something that I can keep on at all times. Also, if they get damaged, it's only $50 and I can get a replacement set for just one wheel. Because with powder coating the Gemini wheel cover caps, you'll eventually deal with some peeling, and then you do also have to do extra work to conceal the rim. I think these are a great option if you're concerned about the looks as well as the efficiency. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.